Hi students, welcome to first year accounting class. In our previous class we have discussed about accounting conventions, which were the guiding principles to have clear and meaningful accounting records. We had 4 accounting conventions: convention of disclosure, convention of materiality, convention of consistency, convention of conservatism. So in this class we are going to discuss a very important topic, that is classification of expenditure. Classification of expenditure. So what is expenditure, ma? Okay. What is expenditure? It is the amount spent to derive some benefit. The amount spent to receive some benefit. The amount spent to receive some benefit. See, like I have purchased this marker for some 100 rupees. So it is my expenditure. Why I am spending that amount? To receive the benefit, because I want to write on board with this marker, I want to use it. Okay, so there is some benefit with this marker to me. If I wear a watch, so there is some benefit for me with this watch. So I will pay for this watch, maybe 3,000, 4,000. I am paying for this shirt because there is some benefit out of this. So at an individual capacity or at business organization, we spend lot of money on various items. Okay. Like see, in your home, your parents will spend lot of money, like your father will pay house rent, they will pay your college fees, and they may buy a car, or they buy a washing machine, okay, or they construct a house. Do you see any difference in the nature of spending these items? Try to understand clearly. Say we are spending amount on food, rent, okay, then college fees, then say we spent some amount to buy a washing machine, to buy a car, and we spent some amount on house construction. Okay. What is the difference you observe? For food also you have to pay money. For your house rent also you have to pay money. For college fees also you have to pay money. For washing machine also you have to pay money. For purchasing the car also you have to pay money. For house construction also you have to spend some money. All these are expenses only. But there is some difference in the nature of expenditure. What is that? This repeatedly you have to pay. Suppose for food, if you pay 500 rupees and you get food from a restaurant, its lifespan is only 1 day. Okay. If you pay monthly rent, the value for that expenditure is only 1 month. If you pay college fees, okay, like 10,000 rupees or 20,000 rupees to the Sri Medhavi Junior College, its duration is only 1 year. If you are paid college fees, you are not given education for the entire life. Your entire family is not educated here. Only you, for 1 year, you are given the education for the fees paid by you. Clear? Same way if you take washing machine, if you buy washing machine, the amount you spend will give you a benefit of at least 10 years. If you spend money on car, it will give you a life of 10 years. If you construct a house, it will give you a life of 20 years. So here try to understand, the benefit what we are deriving on various heads is different. Here its life is 1 day, it is 1 month, it is 1 year, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, like that. So the lifespan of the expenditure is increasing or decreasing according to its nature. Clear? So based on the purpose for which we are spending that money, based on the purpose for which we are spending the money, the expenditure is categorized, classified into 3 categories. Okay, the expenditure is categorized into three types. First one is capital expenditure. What do you mean by capital expenditure? The amount spent to buy fixed assets of a business organization. The amount spent by the business organization to buy fixed assets like land, building, machinery, etc. Means here you see, if you purchase land, okay, so it will be permanently with you. If you purchase building, okay, it will be with you for more than 20-25 years. If you purchase machinery, it will be with you for a period of 10 to 15 years. One more thing is, the amount what you have spent on these capital items, capital expenditure, has got the benefit of giving you some, it helps you to produce something. Okay, the amounts what you have spent on capital expenditure, they will help you to produce something. Like with the help of land, you can construct houses and you can sell, or you can go for agriculture. With the help of building, you will get rent. With the help of machinery, you can produce goods. So, capital expenditure helps you to generate revenue. This helps the organization to generate income. So, expenditure incurred to generate income by any business organization is called as capital expenditure. For example, we as the college owners have constructed building and purchased furniture also. So what is this college building and furniture? In what way they are helping us? So this building and furniture will help us to make the students sit. With the help of this building and furniture, we can provide education and we can collect fees. Okay, see, for collecting college fees, what every college has to do? It should have a building. Okay, that means classrooms. So in classrooms, we should have benches, that is furniture, and our office should have some computers. So if you spend amount on this, then only it will help you to provide education. By imparting education to students, you will get college fees. Once the students are taken admission into your college, you cannot make them study on road, no. So you should have lot of infrastructure, like you should have furniture. Before that you should have a building, like boards, computer, okay. So like this. So even vehicles also will come under here. Furniture, vehicles, motor vehicles, all will come under assets. Okay, in short, we can say that all these land, building, machinery, furniture, etc. are called as assets. Okay, that's what I have mentioned here. So these are all assets. So the amount spent by any organization, whether it is small or big. If yours is a small college, you will have 200 benches. Yours is a big college, you may have 2000 benches. But you should have benches. Without having benches, you cannot provide education. So whatever we require to produce something, either service or goods. For example, you have got a very big factory. Without machinery, can you produce goods? Okay, no way. So you require land, you require machinery, you require furniture, you require computers, you require air conditioners, fans, all these will come under assets. So the amount spent by any business organization to acquire, to purchase the fixed assets like land, building, machinery is called as capital expenditure. So capital expenditure helps the organization to generate income. Without spending your money on assets, it is not possible to generate income. For example, a Xerox shop owner is there. Without having the Xerox machine, can he earn money? How can he display the board? Xerox shop. He should have a Xerox machine. So without spending that amount on machine, the shopkeeper cannot generate income. If he has got that machine, people will go and get the Xerox copies and he can earn money. On every copy, 20 NP, 30 NP he can save, like that. Next, revenue expenditure. Revenue expenditure means the expenditure which is required to spend for maintenance of day-to-day activities, or say for maintaining all these fixed assets, you have to incur some expenditure. So revenue expenditure may be called as the day-to-day expenses which are required to be spent for the maintenance of your business organization. The expenditure incurred on day-to-day activities. And which are of recurring in nature. Recurring in nature means repeatedly you have to pay this. See, this happens only once in the lifetime. Every year you will not buy the building, every year you will not buy the furniture, every year you will not buy the computers. Ek baar karte bas. Okay, if you spend money once, its lifetime is more than one financial year. But whereas for revenue expenditure, the lifetime is less than 1 year. You have to do it in a repeated manner. For example, if you pay salary to lecturers only 1 month and you ask them to work for the entire academic year, will they work? No. Every month you have to pay. Pay for the month of November, pay for the month of December, pay for the month of January, like that, till you take the services. So the salaries paid by the lecturers, paid by the college to the lecturers, has got the lifetime of only 1 month. Say if you pay electricity bill, if you pay 1 month once, will the government provide you electricity for the entire life? No. Every month you have to pay. Electricity bill, internet bill, water bill, salaries to employees, okay, vehicle petrol expenses. All these things repeatedly you should go on paying. They are called as revenue expenditure. So the expenses incurred on day-to-day activities and which are of recurring in nature are called as revenue expenditure. Whose lifetime will be less than 1 year. Okay, if you pay once, its lifetime will be less than 1 financial year. You are not given like time of 10 years, 15 years. But here, the lifetime of your payment, your expenditure is more than 1 financial year. Every year you need not buy the furniture. Every year you need not buy the machinery. Every year you need not buy the land. Once you pay, it will give you enough lifetime. Okay, so like that, basically we have got 2 types, capital and revenue. So his capital expenditure lifetime is very long, revenue expenditure lifetime is short, up to a period of 1 financial year. So the expenditure incurred on day-to-day activities and which are of recurring means repeated in nature, are called as revenue expense or revenue expenditure. Then comes, so here example you can take salaries, rent, wages, interest, etc. Salaries, wages, rent, etc. are called as revenue expenses. Then comes deferred revenue expenses. Okay, deferred revenue expenses means the expenditure which is required to be paid. Deferred revenue expenses means which is of neither capital nor revenue. Revenue is very short period, capital is very long period. Deferred revenue expenditure is, it is neither revenue nor capital. The life of this expenditure will be more than 1 financial year, but less than 5 years or 6 years lifetime. It won't give you the benefit of like 10 years, 15 years. Okay. So deferred revenue expenses means, deferred revenue expenditure is the expenditure is which is in between revenue and capital. It is neither revenue nor capital. Okay. The benefit of this expenditure will be more than 1 financial year, but up to a period of maybe 5 years. Not over a long period of like 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. As you see that capital expenditure benefit is very long period. Revenue expenditure is very short period, but it is in between these two. Deferred revenue expenditure is in between revenue and capital expenditure, whose lifetime is more than 1 financial year but less than 5 years. Example, heavy expenditure on advertisement. Example for deferred revenue is heavy expenditure on advertisement. See, for example, a college or any business organization, spends lot of money on advertisement. Like we give lot of posters, TV advertisements, okay, lot of campaigning is done. Will its benefit will be ended within only 1 year? No. That the impact of such heavy advertisement, that means over publicity through electronic media, print media, on walls, on RTC buses, in various cinema theaters, through social media. If you give heavy advertisement, what happens? You will get wider publicity for your product and your organization. You will be able to create a brand in the market. Now what happens? That brand image will help you to sell your products over a period of 2 to 3 years or maybe up to 5 years. It may not last for 10 years or 20 years. At the same time, the benefit will not end within 1 year. It will carry on. Whatever the brand you have created, suppose if a college gets state first rank in CPT or very good rank in the field of commerce or in some course, so they can publicize, they can give publicity of that rank, okay, extensively through various media. So naturally the college will have a brand in the society. So that brand helps the college to get admissions over a period of 3 to 4 years. Again, if they give such advertisements heavily by virtue of their achievements, again it will continue. But once you spend lot of money on your advertisement, that is heavy expenditure, some crores of rupees, some lakhs of rupees are spent on advertisement, it will create a brand image for the organization. That brand will help the college to get more admissions or for the business organizations to sell more units, and that will increase the profitability of the organization. This is called as deferred revenue expenditure. Tomorrow we will discuss some other topic.